Mhm.
All right. Yo, everybody. What is up? And welcome back to another episode of the APF podcast, episode 145. It is I, the most phenomenal man that time show, aka the coach.
And it's your boy going for. Hope you guys have enjoyed your day. It's a nice, beautiful day here in Texas on a Saturday. If you do, please leave a like, comment, rate, and subscribe. If you, hey man, give a like, give a comment if you like how your day's been going. But let's get into the topics.
So we already seen what happened through the NCAA tournament, and Saint Peter's is looking like the dark horse to go all the way, in my opinion. And you always gotta love the team that is literally rated like down, not down there, but rated out of the top 10 that make it so far, and then you just want them to win because they're basically the underdogs fighting like the best teams possible. They just beat the number 3 team Purdue, which Charles Barkley said that they was going to get walked on, and that didn't happen. So as usual, Charles Barkley is always wrong. That man stay taking L's, and now they're facing what North Carolina, and
Mm-hmm.
and Duke is facing Arkansas. Well, no, it's Arkansas. They beat Gonzaga, so they're gone. I was shocked myself, but it's like these kind of games that they're so close. That's the one thing about college basketball. There's no blowouts because teams are like even, really, in a sense. But
Yep.
so what?
Well.
So no, you
Mhm.
can go.
Oh. Well, yeah. So we got the 8 teams left. Obviously, we have what was it? Let me see here real quick. Houston Cougars, Duke Blue Devils, the Kansas Jayhawks, Villanova Wildcats, North Carolina, um, Arkansas, St. Peter's, and Miami. Actually, I thought North Carolina. Oh wow, I guess North Carolina didn't win.
Yeah, they
So
beat UCLA.
okay. So yeah, look, St. Peter's plays them tomorrow. There's some big games, man. These are some really tight games, and I don't know who plays today. Does anybody know who plays today actually?
No. Oh, yeah, Arkansas and Duke.
Okay, so I think Duke's gonna win. I
Yeah,
do think Duke's gonna win. They got a very good team. They've played the best they've played all year now, and it really does matter in sports in general when you become hot. And they became hot at the right time. They've been able to weather the storm in terms of have some tough games. They shoot the three very well. That Papa Banchero who can do it all, gives a little shot. I'm not a person who watches much college basketball, obviously,
no.
because nobody cares about the rookie season of college basketball. Unless you work or you're a big time fan of college basketball where they play, then you know. But for somebody like me, I mean, I just listen to what they talk, and that's what I say about the teams. But I think Duke's going to win that. Arkansas really like one guy really shoots the ball out for them, and he does not shoot a great percentage. He generally shoots pretty bad shots, and I don't like that for a team to get this far based on that. That just means that you've got a team who's going to come in there and they work as a unit as a team. They try and get good shots. But Arkansas, I don't see them get really great shots at all. They don't really run any kind of complicated thing or any cuts or actions. It's really just their point guard just goes up there and shoots a bunch of threes and goes one on one. So I just don't think they're going to win. But they do play good defense, and defense matters in this tournament, as we've seen with other teams. If you play good enough defense, you can stay in the game and make timely shots. You can clearly win. So we'll see if Arkansas can do that, but I do think Duke's going to make the Final Four in Coach K's final season.
Mm. So
Are
so
they the
you
only
so,
game today?
so you think Coach K's season's still gonna be alive?
Yeah, I think it's going to be alive. I think they've hit the stride at the right time. If you look at the Cinderella team and you read about them, they've gotten blown. They didn't even beat any good teams at all during the season. and they lost by double digits to some pretty average teams who didn't even make the actual tournament. So it's all about how you're playing now. Season it does not matter anymore. It's just how are you playing during the tournament, just like how you play during the playoffs and in the NBA. Now, I don't know if we'll ever see anything like a St. Peter's in the NBA. That'll basically be an eight-seeded team getting to the conference finals or something. But that even happens with some of the better teams in the NBA. It's just that during the season, you're like, who knows? Really, they've been kind of off. They've been okay, and then in the playoffs, when the chips are down, where it's do or die, the team rises up, their defense gets better, their offense is much more efficient. They don't turn the ball over as much. So that's what I see from Duke, because the way they were talking about Duke coming to the tournament, they have not played that well. They don't have that great of a shooters compared to like a Kansas or North Carolina, Villanova, or the three of the top five teams left. That's what I think. But yeah, I think Coach K should be happy he gets to a Final Four with this team in his final year, because when it started, they weren't really projected to go this far.
And I would like to point out that our school is literally got spanked in the first round. No surprises there.
Who got spanked?
Our school got spanked in the first round.
Oh, I mean that's not a surprise. I mean that's not a surprise. I mean they're not good, and you've heard me have conversations about how HBCUs can become good in the house, and I've said that they need two things. They need people to put money into the program to get better facilities, because those things really do matter when I think you bring people there. Like, yes, they have great tradition and all that stuff, but you do need facilities, you do need money, and once you get those, then the second thing, we need to get at least a top five overall player, preferably two of the top 15 blacks, to come to the school. If they come here, not only are we going to get on TV, they're going to be able to make money. We'll get into the tournament. We're going to play. We're going to probably win at least a couple, maybe two games, maybe three, who knows, and get some real money flowing. If you've looked at some of these Cinderella teams that went through, like George Mason was a prime example, that they made over $800 million from the one year they were any good in basketball, made to Final Four as like a 10 seed or something, or 9 or 10. They made it. They made $800 million selling merchandise and everything. So, that's what HBC, that's what TSU, that's what Howard, that's what all the Jackson State, that's what all these small schools need. They need these great parents to come here and make the school great, make it one people kids to come. And I hopefully the future young black kids who are great will actually give a chance. I've always said, Kate Cunningham, who was the number one overall pick from college the year before, said he would have seriously considered going to a HBCU because he understands that no matter where he goes, he's going to be the number one guy. It does not matter if Kate Cunningham plays at TSU, doesn't mean he plays at Jackson State, doesn't matter if he plays at Howard, he doesn't, or whatever, Florida A&M. It does not matter. He was the number one pick, number one player, and team people. He's going to be on TV regardless. So why not give him a chance? Why not say, "Hey, we would love you to come to the school"? He said he was seriously considered it. They never gave him any chance to give. Never gave him a scholarship opportunity. They just were like, "Oh, he may not actually want to come here." So that's what I always say. But specifically for TSU, I know they got Shaquille O'Neal's son, Sharif O'Neal. He's been committed. He committed to TSU because of due to the health scare he had when he was trying to go to UCLA. So that's good. But yeah, we need a couple more, and then I
Yeah,
think
we need some hitters in this school, man, because we get
I mean,
spanked in the first round.
I mean, if you can get one HBCU to get it, then I do think teams will go to the other ones. But hopefully, I know Mikey Williams is thinking about it. I know a lot of other guys are thinking a lot. From what I've read, a couple of the top kids coming out in the next 2 or 3 years are thinking about coming to HBCUs. And I don't care if it's our school or another HBCU. I support all HBCUs, and I think that's what I do. If I was to become a multi-billionaire, I would put my money, I would funnel money into TSU and other HBCUs to improve their facilities and get people to want to come. And that not only do you have the facilities, then you show them to the tradition, You see that it's a black school. You see the different programs you have, all that stuff. You'll see like homecoming games for football, for basketball. That's what you need. So
because I've been in the HPE building before for like the last 2 months, bro. The last 2 months, and it's not bad, but it's like there's some work that needs to be done.
yeah, and all the money comes from grants. Like Duke don't need no grants. Duke asks for their boosters and boosters pay. The boosters pay. Boosters pay money, man. That we have no boosters, no real boosters, not from what I've seen. So but I mean, back to the basketball. I
So
know.
okay,
So is there only one game today?
yeah, there's a Miami and Kansas play tomorrow. Houston and Villanova play today.
Okay,
St. Peter's and North Carolina play tomorrow, and Arkansas and Duke play today. So it's Duke and Arkansas and Houston and Villanova that play today.
it's Villanova and who again?
Villanova and Houston.
Houston. Okay, yeah, Houston is. I also I support Houston. I was a Houston alum, University of Houston Victoria, so I'm an alum too. Let's go. And
What you never graduated from there?
yeah, I'm good. Fuck, I want that. I have the shirt. Um, I have the shirt, so I'm there. I'm an alum. Let's go, baby.
You have to
They'll
graduate
take they'll.
to be an alum,
I don't give a fuck if I didn't graduate. I went to that bitch. I gave them. Okay, I went
so
to
you
that
have to
bitch.
go there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you gotta go there. I mean, that's on my record.
I mean, no, I mean like if you're alum, if you're since you're like you graduate from TSU, so you're alumni.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm alumni, and I was a former student of Houston, of the
Like,
Houston,
I don't even know how
University of
that. I don't
Houston
even know how that works.
system. So that means I can support Houston. I have one of their shirts here that I wear all the time. I ain't got no TSU shit. Not because I don't hate TSU. They didn't give me a free shirt. Well, however, I got that shirt. And I can always just buy that from the store. But Houston's a very good defensive team. Kelvin Sampson's done a great job with the team. They've got they've got a senior laden team, a 4 or 5 year kind of team over there, and they know how to play basketball. And I think this is a prime opportunity to go up against a blue blood like Villanova, has won 2 of the last 4 national championships, and I expect Houston to win because I think they've got better guys and can they rebound the ball well, shoot the ball well, and not a lot of turnovers. If you don't turn the ball over and play good defense, you have a chance to win any game. It's why St. Peter's has made the Elite Eight. It's because they play good defense and they force you into turnovers. They don't turn the ball over, and they do the most important thing in college basketball. They make their free throws. Here's a funny thing: they were a 68% free throw shooting team during the season. They're 80% during the tournament, and they were 90% yesterday. So you need to make your free throws, and especially in college, and in NBA, not really. I mean, not too serious, but especially in college, you need to make them. And Houston, I think is going to be a close game, but I believe in Houston. I think they're going to win. I wish we could give better analysis, but
Yeah.
we don't watch these teams. I mean, during the season, like nobody does. Their games get no viewership because nobody cares.
So supposedly no, not supposedly. Today was supposed to be the day that the Hooligans and the West Coast squad was supposed to play today. But as you know, also a little to put on the record since I didn't put out there last week, White Iverson is also on the West Coast squad. So they probably gonna get they probably gonna get smacked 3-0. So at least we didn't have to see that. I would love to see it, but we don't. But now they're not playing, and which is
Who's not playing?
the West Coast squad and the
Why are
Hooligans.
they? Why are they not playing?
Hooligan squad I saw last time, Frank Nitty's
Let me see. Let me
at
see.
the airport right now,
Okay.
getting ready to head to Arizona for the Hooligans first ball of his life game. Really looking forward to seeing the Hooligan squad I saw last time, Frank Nitty's, some of my favorite players, Ty Glover, White Iverson. Catch me at the game if you can pull up.
Oh, what the fuck? Well,
I mean, well, do you have any kind of short version of why?
He's gonna call a cops
no.
I mean, is it just they didn't want to play? Is it just somebody got hurt? I mean, it's pretty. It's not hard to know. Don't these guys have organizations?
I,
Like, what is this?
I mean, I'm trying. What I'm looking at, I mean, if you let me give me like a couple minutes, and so I'm
Okay.
looking at the story, so
Oh.
and supposedly, and that's why I'm trying to get a little short. What you
Oh,
call it?
this fucking Gideon. He shaved his head at the
Yeah,
Dallas
he's on
Minnesota game.
he's on some Hollywood shit.
No, he's a weirdo, dude. He does dumb shit like this all the time. He goes to a game and gets Anthony Edwards like, what the heck? I know Carney Towns know who he is, but this dude really went out there and got his head shaved. And then number one, they don't let you get no gun, but they allow this dude to carry a some actual clippers and shave his head off, looking like Jordan McLaughlin out here.
So you're saying that
Like, this is crazy.
talking about having police as detail because I said that if
Mm-mm.
somebody touches me, then it's up. That's all I said.
I can't believe this.
Police at every event. All of our events have police.
I
Every
love
event.
that.
Oh, so I guess the reason why they're not playing is because Chris said like if somebody touches him. Well, this is like a short little synopsis, but
Mm-hmm.
Chris is gonna make a whole video, and then we can
Mhm.
talk about that next week. But
Mhm.
from what I got from from his IG story is that Ball's Life, they have they're like a corporation, they're like a company, obviously.
Yeah, that's what
They
I'm
have,
saying. Yeah.
yeah, they have the police, they have like security details, to make sure that shit doesn't
Yeah.
go. When shit goes left, they have people that are legally able to stop it.
Yeah, because they play in the hoods and stuff.
Yeah, they play like the hoods,
Yeah.
and then they have events, so which makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. They're
And
supposed to. What is this?
Chris, the big hoolie, he has an
Yeah.
issue with it because he wants to, because he's that type of guy that doesn't want to be held back with his emotions and anger. And then he said that from somewhere that he said that if someone touches me, it's up. And then which Kenny Dobbs was like, okay, so if we're gonna be on that type of mentality, then we got to get people to make sure that no one gets hurt or in the process, which makes sense. So my thing is, we're not going to see that because Chris doesn't like this, put no police or no refs is one thing, but police.
Okay, so these guys are meant to make sure that the players don't do something to each other?
Yeah, that's why
I
the balls
mean,
like that. That's why they have the security detail there to make sure
so
that
I
if
mean,
shit
I
goes
get,
left,
I
they
get.
have people there to help them out and stop it.
Okay, I get Chris being like, I don't want this or whatever. But if that's the reason why they're there, then I can understand. I thought they're really there really to protect them from getting touched by like these people, by people actually staying in the stands or whatever. But I guess that makes sense as well.
It's because Chris is like a has like very violent energy, and
Well, that's why he should do a better job at not doing dumb shit like that. But of course, he's like, no, I should just be able to do what I want. Like, look, either way, they won't lose anyways. They're gonna get the ass beat anyway, so it don't matter. But it sucks that they were unable to do that, to actually do that tournament. I'm sorry, those games. Ball's life has seemed to. I don't know why they. I mean, don't. Here's my thing. Okay, you know, this is what they do. There is no way this Chris can come out here and be like, I did not know that they do this. Don't they watch anything? Like, don't they watch anything? Like, this is what pisses me off. Because we all know for sure that these dudes know, okay, that they probably do this for every single tournament. I'm sorry, game or whatever, that they have security. And it's true. Number one, those refs, I don't know what kind of refs they get, but they're playing with people who are not professionals. And unlike the people in the NBA where the other players get involved and they don't really want to fight, you got that Chris over here talking. You got me. You just told me he's got violent energy. This man may actually want to hit somebody. So I can
yeah,
understand. why.
If you watch Chris for a while, you know that he gets real animated real quick.
Yeah, so you can understand why Ball is Life is putting them people there. Like, hell no, he's not. Then he's not going to go out here and clock my boys because he's mad or whatever. So I get it, and it sucks that they were going to not get 3-0'd anyways and beat down, but like a bunch of dogs, they're gonna get their shit kicked in. But maybe in the future, once he figures out how to, you know, get back with them and try and do the actual tournament, that would be great. But I understand his apprehension, I guess. But nah, man, we're not gonna sit here and let you like wail on our players or whatever or touch them or do whatever because you're not an NBA player. Like NBA players do what they do because they don't really want to fight, but you can't just let them do whatever. No, nobody wants to punch anybody in the NBA. It's true. Like, not only would you lose money, it's a bad look, and plus, if you punch somebody, you may break your hand. Like, do people not understand? Yeah. Now, the only person I would beat up is Grayson Allen because he's a little dirty ass dude. He needs to get his ass beat. I may break my hand on his face though. I'll be honest with you. I don't like the guy. He literally almost hurt Alex Caruso, even though he's not the Cruz GOAT or whatever. He's a very good player with a great future, and he literally put him in a career threatening place, right? But Chris would fight somebody, and Ball's Life people, those guys, they're men too, and I'm sure they will defend themselves. But it is basketball at the number one ahead, and you really shouldn't be fighting. And if that's what's going to keep you from playing these guys and giving us a great match, then so be it. But I agree with putting security there because I don't think you can trust a bunch of these refs to stop these guys from fighting. What? You see how big Chris is?
He's like this man is like 6'5", like 260 or something, some crazy weight.
And do we all really think that them boys on his team gonna really stop that man like they do the NBA? Like they really do? Are we sure they're gonna stop him from trying to beat this dude up? And then I'm sure even if they stop him and they continue to play, he's gonna do something he's a guy who's gonna do something to you somehow, some way, and cause another issue. So, you know what? Maybe for the best that this doesn't happen. But I agree. I would also put, security there to protect my players. You're not their organization. They pay these dudes to be on their team. And so because of that, they're going to make sure to put all the available you know, what would you call it? Buffers in place to protect their assets. Their assets at the end of the day. And your assets are only as good as when you can actually play them. And them getting hurt because they're beating up on Chris or something has no impact. And if he's scared, but if he's really worried about that because he wants to be able to just start wailing on dudes or doing whatever he wants, then so be it. You can go play somebody else or just wait. And the hooligan squad. I'm sorry. And what did the West Coast people say? Is they have a problem?
It's really more Kenny. It's like it was they basically said that they do it at all events. They have like security. They have all the like the East Coast game, the versus Trouble team. They had like security there. They have security to make sure that to make sure that if shit goes down, they have somebody there to actually stop it from going escalating. That's why they're there.
Mm-hmm.
So and they had refs. So that's why I think that's why Chris didn't really want to show up because not only are the refs there, but then I guess like police or security detail. I mean, this is their event. I mean, this is their shit. So unless you want to make an event, unless you want to put everything together, then you can go ahead. But this is their thing. It's not yours. At the end of the day, this is what you have to respect.
Yeah.
And
why is it that it's just so random? But I can use the internet on my computer, but it's never connected to the internet. It's never connected. It's so weird. I mean, like I'm using the internet, but the computer's telling me that I'm not connected or something. And this happened after I guess what happened with that thing because I'm trying to do stuff on my computer. I can't do it obviously because shit don't want to work. It's so weird.
Because I can see I can see mine. I can
Yeah,
see.
like it just shows like the internet sign and
Yeah.
like a no like like it's not working, no internet access. But I'm using internet. It's just I can't do certain things on my computer anymore. I don't know how to get that. I have to look at that get that fixed.
I don't even know
But,
that computer is just all types of
yeah,
is weird. You can't loads up, turns on slow. Can't don't even see
I
the
don't know how the
Wi-Fi
internet works.
bar.
Yeah, but that's his fault, dude. I mean, they have it. Yeah, they have it all their stuff and
I mean, they are playing at what Inacto Park somewhere in this
in the
area.
park, dude. I mean, no,
Yeah.
we're not gonna. They're not gonna let you just hit on their players, bro. I don't like what is this?
I mean, not like not like fighting, but like that. It's like that tension, and then talking crazy, and then that tension, and then afterwards, start and then start fighting. But he has had a history of doing that with the against Friga fam. He literally pushed one of the guys in midair.
And yeah,
So it's like when you it's like when you see that, you're gonna have to you're gonna have to take note of that because because that would be a note of what type of person this man is. Like the man was so pissed off at this dude that he from recent history with him that he pushed him in midair. So when you see that type of stuff, you're gonna be like, okay, yeah, we're gonna have to do something about this because
yeah,
someone they get pushed in the air and they get injured, then it's gonna be up from there. People are gonna start fighting. So
yeah. So he should just be careful. But
so I know I like Chris, but he's a he lets his emotions get the best of him. He
yeah,
and I don't know if that's a New York thing or
well,
or that's just a
that's
him thing because he's from New York and you know how New York people be, they get crazy real quick.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, that's
hopefully one day we can see that game happen, but right now we not gonna see that game happen anytime soon.
true.
So we have the House of Highlights Creator Classic Finals with
Mhm.
Cash Nasty versus Cam Wilder, the rematch, and Devontae Friga versus MK. So
Oh,
let's go with Cash versus Cam Wilder. Who do you think is going to win?
Cam Wilder, because Cash Nasty can't shoot anything.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But last time we seen, Cat, they both was missing, but Cash was like Cash made more shots because he knew what was working, and like I
Well,
said, I mean he got lucky with those threes. I'm not gonna lie, he gets lucky. He gets lucky with those shots. But other than that, I would say Cam would win only if he actually takes better shots and
yeah. Well, I like to
doesn't let
think
Cash
that.
push him out 30 feet already and then take a jumper instead of just working his way up to the line and then shooting. But that's the one thing I think Cam is gonna have to work on is not taking deep threes. Deep threes is
Mhm.
what will kill you
Yeah,
versus you taking a three at the top of the key and then you're going back like 7 feet and shooting the ball like you're Curry. That's what killed him last game. That's why he lost because he took so many deep threes and missed them.
hmm
While Cash was not taking deep threes and actually taking shots that he could make. So
yeah. I like to think that he has smartened up since the last time they've played. So that's what I like to think. But who you never know. Um, but yeah, I think Cam Wilder should win because he should understand what Cash is trying to do, and you need to counter. That's how basketball works. You once you play somebody, you should understand how they're trying to play you, and if he understands that, then he should be fine.
So the last one is gonna be Devontae Friga versus MK.
Mm. Well, I'm just gonna pick Devonta Freeman. I don't know the other dude.
Like, oh yeah, MK, he's more of a he can hoop, but he's more of like he's more like an aggressive hooper. Like he'll use his size.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay, well,
I would say I'll have to pick Friga also because Friga ever since he lost and to MK, he has gotten a lot better.
okay. Yeah,
So
I think. Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm just gonna pick Devontae Friga because the other guy. I mean, I would have to watch him
yeah, you
to
would have
really
to.
think.
I would say you would
That,
have to go on house of highlights and watch watch the games that MK plays, and you'll get to understand his whole play style. Everything that he does.
okay.
What I would say for you to take note in is watch the games and take note in what he does. That's how you'll get an understand of what type of player he is.
Okay.
Because
Oh
obviously,
man, I gotta pay so many things. Fucking pay this discount time. Man, that's why I have no money because I have to fucking pay all this shit. Um.
shit.
Yeah, I'm picking Devontae Friga. Let's just go
Yeah,
with him
I'll
for
pick him too.
now. It's just I know what he does. I've seen him play. And that's what I'm going to go with. So I mean, would I much rather it be him and Cash Nasty, but I'm sorry, Cash. Until you actually know how to shoot a basketball, I will never pick you.
Yeah, which makes sense. I mean, he is he takes a lot of threes and misses a lot of them, and
Yeah,
he doesn't
like
really
it
he
doesn't.
doesn't really practice.
Yeah, he never practiced, and it just doesn't. I mean, it doesn't make sense. You should never shoot threes, and I get why because you want to keep the people honest. But damn, man, I mean, you can't shoot. So I don't know why he ever shoots. I just don't know.
I mean,
Um,
he really he be shooting because he has the opportunity,
yeah,
but the opportunity just fails miserably over and over again, and he still wins somehow because he ends up knowing that, oh no, my threes ain't falling, so I'm just go ahead and shoot. Just go ahead and just drive inside, which is what he should do. You
yeah,
know, no, do what you know, and don't do what you can't do.
that's true. Yeah,
So,
yeah, he seems to know how to do all that stuff.
um, uh, I mean that's really it. I mean,
Yeah, the season's coming to an end. The
yeah,
um,
yeah,
the NBA season, and it's close to about who we think is going for MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, All NBA guys. That's probably what we'll do at the next you know uh,
yes,
yeah
yeah,
podcast. That's what we'll do. Go over our All NBA teams, our All Defensive teams, the MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Six Man of the Year. We'll compile who we think is going to win those and why, because those are very important things and stuff like that, and talk about how the season's gone. Some of the surprises, some of the second half surprises, and get ready for the playoffs.
yes. So with that being said, man, I think that. Oh yeah, and real quick, after 27 years, man, Triple H
Oh,
finally raised the flag and said, "I'm done wrestling," and that is a smart move on his end because he knew that it was
yeah, the heart
after the
scare.
heart scare after the heart scare, man, he knew it was time.
Yeah, I mean, you can't continue to wrestle when you have something that serious, and he has kids. Like, it is what it is. When you have kids, man, it changes things. It
Yeah,
changes things.
kids change you and change your life, and he knew what the deal was. So
Yeah, it's 27 years over what  13, 14 title
14-time
reigns.
world champion, intercontinental champion, tag team champion, European champion, done it all. I think he's also king of the ring. Also,
King of the Ring.
2-time Royal
Yeah,
Rumble winner. I mean, he's done it all, man. He's done it all.
yeah, he's done it all, and it's you gotta understand when to say it's enough. And that's one thing that is hard for everybody to do is to feel like this is enough. I'm ready to go, and I'm just happy he's made that decision and moving on with his life and career. And it was heartbreaking to hear the heart scare because it was on Stephen A. Smith's show on ESPN Plus, and he talked about it. So I'm just happy for him that he was able to make that decision for himself, and he was a really great worker. He was part of some of the greatest.
The greatest rivalries that have been that existed, and it's always tough because because we watched him like when he was like that dude, and then now like
Yeah,
all the people that we watched like 15 years ago are now like either moved on from WWE or just retired, and it's like
yep,
it's just tough to see that the people that you watched while in the prime of wrestling, while the prime of us watching wrestling, now they're like slowly going away. Like Batista left, then
he's gonna be on.
Undertaker stopped, and then now Triple H has stopped, and all the other people either moved on. So it's like we're getting down to like the people that are still here, that are still there from from that last generation of wrestlers that are still here. And like those are like the main guys that I knew of before anybody else, before like the Hulk Hogan's, before the Bret Harts, the Stone Colds, the Rocks, before those
Yeah, and
guys.
those are guys we watch as children. The Triple H and Batista. Those are our guys because that's who we watched, and it's almost over. I still believe John Cena's essentially retired. Yes, his Oscars papers in. We've had this discussion. The man's retired. He just ain't got to. It's different being in WWE. You don't have to retire. You can just retire and never even put the fucking thing in. Like,
No. Mm.
like he is. He's got a TV show now. He's already enough danger doing Peacemaker. He's got other movies. He got Fast and the Furious. And maybe he'll come back for the next one. Like he just doesn't have to. He only comes back if for the love of it and if they have a really good storyline. Like he came back for the whole what's it called like Roman Reigns thing
Yeah.
and like well of course well I was like damn maybe he's gonna finally win that 17th title because I think that's all that's left is the 17th title, and if he wins that, then yeah, he's gone. But I don't know how long they're going to keep that, or he's going to keep that on the back burner for that type of thing. But until then
Or
yeah,
it's like, does he want to do it though?
or does he want to do it? Who knows? Things are meant to be broken. I mean, it's nothing against Ric Flair, but if you want that thing, go get it. Stuff like that. I've actually, I did not know, but Ric Flair has a podcast that he has, and he was talking about how he thinks Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, his real name, is just an okay wrestler.
How?
He does not work. He doesn't do work well. That AJ Styles is a better actual wrestler than him. You can go find these things out. You can go read about it, but
I mean, Daniel Bryan is literally literally like one of the smartest technical wrestlers I've ever seen. I mean, like, has he ever did he not watch the classic that they had against AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship
I
in
believe
the
he has.
tournament?
I just believe I've told you this. It's what I say about what's his face. It's what I say about Charles Barkley. Like these Hall of Fame guys almost don't watch, and I don't think they're very nice to certain people because I remember you talking about how like Triple H helped Daniel Bryan get over with the crowd. And he did because Daniel Bryan, the crowd loved Daniel Bryan. Like Triple H is always going to do what the crowd wants, and the crowd loved Daniel Bryan. They loved the yes, then the no, then the yes. They loved it.
and,
So
and they see that that Triple H was trying to bring down on screen. So, Triple H trying to throw everything at Daniel Bryan, and Daniel Bryan overcame everything. And it all
yeah,
came about when they went wrestled at WrestleMania 30. They had a show, they had a classic at WrestleMania 30, and he beat Evolution all in one night. And
yeah.
and
That's
he
what people
sits there and
wanted.
tells me that Daniel Bryan is an okay wrestler. First of all, you can't be okay wrestler. Over 100 different submission moves. Now, I mean, Daniel Bryan has had like opportunities to do that, right? But he just never does it. But I'm just saying, I would not. You can't tell me he's an okay wrestler. How's he okay wrestler? You don't become a 5-time world champion and be called an okay wrestler.
Yeah, I mean, look, I never agree with him. I always thought that was foolishness what he said, but I'm not surprised. He's a far better than Ric Flair ever was. So,
Exactly, and he's won
Ric
16
Flair,
world championships somehow.
yeah, I mean, Ric Flair got there because of charisma. He had good hair and all that stuff. Daniel Bryan got there through hard work, continuing to play to the crowd, and eventually through that became, a 5-time world champion and probably one of the most popular 10 wrestlers in the world today. I mean, that's what he is, essentially. So, well, we'll see, but I just never really agree with it. But it's always interesting to find out. I have to look at this podcast real quick because he's probably said some other stupid things too that we need to be talked about himself.
And also, Hulk Hogan said that Jinder Mahal can be the next Hulk Hogan.
I'm like, how is that even possible? He doesn't even. He has no charisma, none whatsoever. like, does he even know anything? Like, how can Jinder Mahal be the next Hulk Hogan? Like, how is that even possible? Jinder Mahal, before that we went to India, was just a run of the mill guy. Run of the mill. Nobody even liked him during his title reign. Nobody did. Everybody knew that shit was only because my guy. They were going to India. They're like, we need an Indian champion. I don't think they needed one, but that's what they thought, right? And so they made him it. His reign wasn't great. He doesn't have great moves. Blah blah blah.
He
Jinder
faced
Mahal.
three people in like 6 months for that title.
Yeah, yeah. Jinder Mahal got the Kofi. Well, those guys deserved it more, but basically got the Big E, the Kofi Kingston, and the Mark Henry treatment, the Bobby Lashley treatment. It's funny how all the last 4 Blackpool champions I can remember. Yes, The Rock was. Rock is not full timer, so I won't count him. But the last 4 full time Black wrestlers win world titles, I believe, were all basically except Mark Henry. The Hall of Pain thing, they actually set that up. It was a cool little thing. But he was at the almost the end of his rope. Like he was getting to the end of his career, and they finally gave him a title, and it was awesome. That Hall of Fame thing was really good. Best of his career, right?
Yeah.
But Jinder Mahal was never that great of a wrestler. Like he's he's a decent guy, but he's nothing special.
No, but I mean, yeah, he wasn't. He literally faced like Randy Orton like 3 times, faced Shinsuke Nakamura 2 times, and then faced AJ Styles like 2 times. So he didn't really have that versatility with his reign.
Yeah, nothing against him. It's just facts, man. Facts over feelings. So I'm happy that he was able to get the reign and all that stuff, but he was just an average wrestler. So it is what it is.
Now look at him now. Literally, Happy Corbin's little buddy. So
Is that what he is now?
Well, yeah. Well, not really, but have you seen over the last couple weeks, he's been like literally aligned with.
Doesn't Happy have that other super buff dude?
Yeah, Mad Cat Moss. Yeah.
Yeah, that dude who, if Baron Corbin ever gets fired from WWE, will also be out of a job.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they're hilarious. Just got these two buff dudes like running around. The Matt Cap guy is even more buff. He's actually like bodybuilder defined. Barry Corbin's just a big dude. Who knows? I mean, I'm sure he does some wrestling, but probably nothing insane.
So, with that being said, man, this has been another episode of the APF Podcast, episode 145. It is I, the most phenomenal man that has shocked the system, aka the coach, signing out.
It's your boy going forward. If you guys enjoy the podcast, it's great discussion. Please leave a like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Hit that button down below, that arrow. See all the links in the description. We had fun doing this podcast. We got some great college basketball games. We've got some good, other things you can watch, and all stuff like that. And shout outs out to all the people who enjoy our podcast and really support us. Obviously, we get millions of views per episode, but we love to do this podcast, and hopefully, we become rich and everything, and then we can really do some good production quality in the future as the podcast continues to grow.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I want to get to. Go out there to the car shows and record some things. Go to these even set up our own park on our park team where we go to parks across the country and see who's a talent basically.
Yeah, man. We got big dreams, and there's crypto and all these things. What I'm doing to put my money, it's just a vessel. It's just a vessel.
And we out of here.
Later.